You see, I am a product of my culture. And in my culture, that word immediately is connected to time. Immediately means now. And it carries with it a sense of urgency. Recently, I learned that's not the only meaning of immediately. There is an ancient meaning, an original meaning, where immediately is connected with focus. It was an ancient way of saying, pay attention, look here. It is rooted in the word mediate. Focus here. Don't get distracted. Don't get diverted. This is what we're looking at and talking about. So I'm really curious to see if using that definition offers new insights and new understandings of these ancient stories which I have learned from and in religious institutions. I'm curious to see if there are new ways to nourish my spirit. And if it doesn't work, I will move on. Now, in the Matthew passage, that word immediately is in the paragraphs about the donkey. So maybe we should just start right now and see if my theory works. Instead of interpreting this passage as Jesus suggesting the disciples go immediately and hurry and find the donkey, let's see if perhaps there's something deeper and more meaningful going on. Go into the village before you, and immediately you will find a donkey tied and a colt with her. Release them and bring them to me. If anyone says to you, just say this, the Son of Woman needs them, and they will send them immediately. So the focus is on the donkeys. One of the typical religious responses to this passage is centered in the next two stanzas. Religious scholars love to point and laugh at the way the authors of Matthew's Gospel describe Jesus' donkey ride. Tell the daughter of Zion, the authors wrote, look, your sovereign is coming to you humble and mounted on a donkey and on a colt, the foal of a donkey. The disciples went and did just as Jesus had instructed them. They brought the donkey and the colt and put their cloaks on them, and he sat on them. Do you notice anything unusual in that description? Does it sound like Jesus is riding both? The mama and the baby? The foal and the donkey? This is exactly what the religious scholars like to point to and laugh at. For years, this passage has been lifted up as if it's something humorous, instead of stopping to think about the ancient meaning of immediately. Instead of thinking about what else might be suggested, religious folk explain it away. Oh, the authors must have made a mistake in their writing. Look, they made a typo.